To teach you how to implement implicit intents, we have another toy app. Within the app, there are these 4 buttons with a label describing what each one should do when clicked. Currently, each button simply displays a toast. One by one, we'll walk you through creating the implicit intent, and then you will do it on your own for practice. Let's start by the Open a Website button. If you'd like to follow along, open the exercise that's called Open Web Page exercise folder. The best place for learning how to create certain functionality in your Android app is on the Android developer documentation site. In order to find the code I'm looking for, I'm going to search Google for common intents. The result I want should be the first one listed. If it's not there, please visit the link that's mentioned in the notes underneath the video. As you'll come to learn throughout your experience as an Android developer, the documentation almost always has what you're looking for, if you know where to search. It can be overwhelming at first, but trust me, over time, you'll begin to get more comfortable with it. Alright, so we're looking for opening a web page. Let's check out in this document links over here and see if any of those links might help me find what I'm looking for. Aha, web browser. That looks promising. Let's click at that and have a read. Perfect, that's exactly what we're looking for. There is even an example on how to load a web URL. Most implicit intents include 2 things, an action and a data. The action says what you're trying to do, and the data is what you're passing on to the action. Let's go back to our code and start by creating a function that will be called when the button is pressed. This method expects a URL for the website that I'd like to open as a string. The intent, however, requires any data to be identified as a URI. A URI is like an address that points to the data you're planning to pass through to the intended action. In this case, our web page URL should be parsed into a URI. And then we create the intent and pass in that URI. Intent.ActionView tells the Android system that we want to view content. In this case, our content is a web page with the URL specified. And then I'm ready to start my activity. This if condition here asks the Android system if there's an app that can handle our request. If we didn't include this check, the request would probably work with most users, but would crash if a device doesn't have an app installed that can handle our request. Okay, now that I've written the code to open a website, I can replace my toast message with a call to that method. I'll first remove that toast message, and then create a string to store the Udacity homepage and pass it to the Open Web Page function. Now I can run the app and open the web page from within it. And if I load the application into the emulator and click the Open Website button, it actually opens the Udacity website. Pretty cool, huh?